Get my lighter. Hold on, guys. Yes. Welcome back to Unfiltered No Apologies with your girl, Sophie G. I don't know what time you're catching this morning, noon, or night, but I'm glad you are with me. Period. And today we have a very good show. We're going to get into some real, okay? Now, have you ever sat up at night just thinking, damn, why do I even want this shit so bad? This dream shit is cute, but it costs. And I ain't talking money only. I'm talking energy, sanity, relationships, self worth, all of it. That's the vibe that I'm on tonight. So, this episode of the cost of chasing a dream. Because, baby, it is not free. So, let's get into this episode. Period. Okay. So, before we really dive into what this whole episode is about, I just wanted to give a little, give a little couple segments. You know what I mean? I just want to add it a little flavor, just not straight talk. You know what I'm saying? So, let's light our blunts or drink our coffee or tea, depending on what vibe you are vibing on. Okay. All right. So, this segment I would like to call Book Chat. First of all, if y'all don't already know, please go pick their mindset, A Single Mom's Guide to Success. I wrote this book, activity book, especially for single moms, but it is for whoever needs it. Okay? Because it's all about changing your mindset to get to that $1 million mindset. Now I'm not saying that this is gonna give you $1 million ideas. That is for you to come up with. You know what I mean? Add your sauce onto it to come up with your own ideas. But this book is activities filled to help guide your mindset to get to that $1 million mindset. You understand? So go get you a copy of my link tree. It's in the description, and it's only $12.99 right now. So go get it before it go up because the prices go up every day. You know, inflation. But yes, go cop that. Remember, go to my link tree. Okay. And with that being said, I just want to talk about this other book that is called The Alchemist, right? Now, all the people that read the Alchemist don't be in the back talking about blah 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 blah. I know. I never read it. And for a person like me, I should have. I know. Everybody's saying it's a book for dreamers, and I'm a dreamer. So I felt like I just didn't want to be another girl with a book and didn't read it. You feel what I'm saying? Or on my vision board and ain't really was interested in it. So if you have read The Alchemist, give me some different topics that may guide me to wanting to read it more. But before that, let me give you three little points that I had wrote down of why I might want to, pick it up. Now, I heard that it's about following your personal legend, aka your calling. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to do in life right now. I'm trying to find my calling. I'm trying to answer it. Hello, it's me. And it's not a how-to book. I heard it was a story that teaches you about lessons, faith, timing, trust. You know what I mean? I heard it's also about like a sneaky way that kind of like sticks to you in a deep way. You know what I mean? I heard that's what it was about. Yes. So, shout out to anybody that already read it. Should I finally read it? Have y'all felt changed after y'all read it? Like, give me some synopsis in the comments. Let me know if I should get the book or not. And if I should get the book, give me a fact or a reason why I should get the book. Right? All right. Check that out in the comments. Hit me up with that one. All right. Let me know about the alchemist. Now, we got another segment. I was adding shit, y'all. I'm sorry. I was just like, ooh, we got to make it better. Right? So now we have a game segment. It's called Real or Delulu. All right. Now, it's game time. Let's play the game. I'm gonna say a statement, and you guys are gonna write in the chat if it's real or delulu. Now, I'm gonna give you my take on the issue, and you can give me if you agree or disagree in the chat. Into it. Statement is Success happens overnight if you work hard enough. I'm gonna just say right off the bat, that shit is delulu. That's some real actual delulu thinking shit. Now, I'm not saying you can't be delulu to get to success, but it's delusional to think that you're going to be successful overnight. It's no like you have to have already either been doing something to put yourself in the place of that blessing. So you've been working. And then let's look at the statement again. Success happens overnight if you work hard enough. How much work have you been doing in the 24-hour span that is hard? You know what I mean? Working hard is consistency. And consistency takes motherfucking time. Now you can have a episode like say for instance, I've been doing this show for 3 weeks. Now one of my episodes that goes viral. I went I made success overnight, but I done made multiple episodes in the place of lining myself up for that overnight success. Like, let me give you another example. Cardi B. She wasn't just Cardi B after she made Bodak Yellow. Sis was already Cardi B on TV, IG, mixtapes, strip clubs. You feel what I'm saying? Like that wasn't just her first lap. That was the finish line of that chapter in her life. And she finally made it to a new chapter where she became this overnight success, quote unquote. Like Victoria Monet. She just won a Grammy. And y'all swear she knew. Like she been writing hits for other years. Like real success. It just is slow. It's quiet. It's not cute. That's why people tell you like real gangsters moving silent because real gangsters making moves behind the scenes, and then when you finally see them, boom, they popped out. You like, damn, they got it like that. They've been working hard behind them scenes, bro. Most people like me, we work hard as shit throughout the winter and pop out with these amazing ass ideas so that we can be outside all summer. I'm just gonna let y'all have the secret. You feel what I'm saying? If you blow up without a blueprint, baby, it's just not success. Like say for instance, you do just post something and you go viral, but you don't have a plan. That moment is gonna be 15 minute spotlight. You gonna have your moment of shine, and it's gonna dimmer the fuck down because you don't have nothing to fall back on. You never had a plan. You never worked hard to get to this part, so you're not in place to continue the shine. So it is possible to go into an overnight success. We get you a little 15 minute of shine, but it's not like a one hit wonder. One hit wonders, they work hard behind the scenes. They do their little thing. Most of the time, they only popping out because they writing songs and they wrote one that they just cannot share with nobody else. And most songwriters can sing. So I mean, Victoria Monet. I'm just saying, but it's never really overnight success. And if it is, it has an expiration date. Overnight does not mean sustainable. And viral does not mean prepared. So let's work hard, guys. If we have a dream, if you have a vision, a lot of people not gonna know what that shit look like. You can't describe it to me enough for me to be able to visualize it. What you saw was only for you to see. And when you get there, then everybody's going to be on board. All of the people that you love, they love you, but they don't have success in their life, or their success does not look like what you're aiming for. So they don't know how to say this is going to work or this is not going to work. There'll be some people say that, some people that, especially people that's coming from the hood, it is hard for them to find certain success mentally for certain things because they never seen it happen. You know what I mean? Like how many people you know got a hood podcast? I mean, a show in the middle of that room in the hood. I don't know too many people that got a podcast show in that room in the hood. A lot of people feel like they gotta have a studio or they gotta have a bigger space. They gotta have all these things. You know what I mean? It don't come like how I'm giving it. It don't come like how Cardi B was giving it. Cardi B inspired me so much by being on that reality show because she gave us her raw ass herself. And still to this day, she's giving us raw ass Cardi B. You feel me? Belcalis. You feel me? She's giving us herself. And I love that because it's so like it resonates. You know what I mean? It's like it's something that I can relate to. It's like I'm in a struggle. If I start working hard, I can get out of it. But in different direction. She be a rapper. I don't necessarily want to be a rapper. I don't really necessarily want fame. I just want to be financially free. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like direction. First of all, this podcast was something fun that I created because I just needed a place to let go and breathe. And so this was my space. This is my space. And so this is why I created the podcast. So I'm just saying you gotta work hard for your dreams, bro. This was not even necessarily a part of my dreams. Sometimes dreams shift. Sometimes you want something so bad and realize it's not what you really want. You just wanted it because you saw it really fast. And a lot of the times you get confused because you'll see the end of your dream instead of the work in between. And then you want the gratitude and the satisfaction of having what you saw. But you forget that you got to work towards that. You got to take steps. It only showed you what you can work towards. That's why it's giving you the full, complete ending of the dream. You never go through the steps when you see your dream. You only see the end result of hard work if you put the work forward. And it's not saying that it's going to be forever that you gotta wait. You just gotta show up and do the best that you can and just pray and hope and have faith that it will work out. And that's it for real or Delulu, guys. I was deep on that. That was a game for the gods, okay? Now, woo, that was deep. Now, everybody goes through shit. So don't put your judgment on somebody else's situation because you saw it with your own two eyes on national TV. You feel me? Because you put judgment on it just because somebody else put judgment on it. You don't give two fucks about him slapping another man. You don't even know them men. But if we gonna do anything, we're gonna uplift them. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna put no more stress on that man back. Now, like I said, his album came out March the 28th. It is called um A True Story. I think it's something the true story. Don't quote me, okay? But it's some beautiful songs on there, y'all. Now he has worked with so many people, but you know he worked with DJ Jazzy Jeff. You feel me? Kendrick Lamar, Big Sean, and No Banger. His son, because Work Up Art is one of the best songs. Okay. Join the Lucas, please, Tantrum. Don't play with me. And Beautiful Scars with Big Sean. I slap him and Will Smith because the video, the song is top notch. Now I know he was pushing this little Hispanic song that he got. It's called First Love. If y'all into that type of vibe, y'all can check that one out. But I don't. It's not my cup of tea. But I listen to it. You know what I mean? I listen to the whole album. But First Love is really not my cup of tea. But it got a little Spanish vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Check his album out, y'all. Check it out. And that has been a deep dive. I'm sorry. And that has been music shoutouts. Okay. Now, this segment is called The Deep Dive. And this is where we go into the motivational piece, right? I'm not going to keep explaining each segment, but, I'm trying to get into the groove myself. So, yeah. Now, it's the fact that I'm sorry, I can hear the radio. This segment is called Deep Dive, the side of success nobody wants to talk about. Okay? Let's really talk about what people don't see in this dream chasing life, right? Why don't people want you to see the grind part of the dream? Why is that so cliche to show how ugly the middle part of success be? Like that long ass space between starting and succeed, like a groove, it's ups and downs, like a little roller coaster. Nobody wants to show or talk about that. It's always like I grinded and now I'm successful. I grinded hard, now I'm successful. But did we get to see that though? Did we get to see when you thought you made it yourself and you was disappointed from the lack of success that you thought you had? Can we see the moments when you had money, but then, had to get it back up because some other shit happened? You know what I mean? We always hear these stories after the fact, but we never get a sip or a look into it. Not that I'm saying that we need to be in people's life. It's just that it's real unfair to people like us that sit in the hood all day and we see these people that just pop up successful. And we like, how did they? It's like it's like doing the due diligence in a specific subject, and now that you know some shit, you don't want to teach nobody else. You want them to go through all of the hard work on your own, on their own. It's like even after you come out on the other end, don't nobody even want to talk about how they had to go through all of the hard parts. Like how you go into a dealership after you worked on your credit for months and months and months, and you paid off a couple of things, and they tell your ass square dead in the face, well, now you don't have an age on your credit. So you can't get a car unless you get a cosigner. Then you start calling all the people you think you love and know, and everybody you calling everybody. I know somebody want to cosign for me, and nobody don't want to do a damn thing for you. Don't nobody talk about that part when you just about to be when you right before you be successful and everything seems to be falling apart. Seems like every step you take, that shit crumbling in front of you. So you gotta kind of run a little bit, but then it's like the ground is falling underneath of you. And it's nothing to stand on, but you can't catch the fuck up to the shit that's crumbling. That's how it feels. You know what I mean? It's like people think you be lazy and you just like burnt out, literally, from mental thinking and trying to figure out how you can come back from a disappointment. It's like they think everybody think that they human, but nobody else is. Like they can go through shit, but nobody else can go through nothing. That's why I don't bother people because you never know what people going through. You never know what the fuck somebody going through. And it's like I feel like when I was watching all of the podcasts that are on YouTube and was checking out some of the ones that was on Spotify, I tried to go as far back as possible that I could possibly go to see where these people started and if it's even posted to see, what led them to success and how long it may have took them to be successful and what they may have possibly had to go through. And it's not like I could watch their life, but it was just like little things like, oh, they started here in the dining room and now they in their own studio. Those little things is meaningful to people like me. Because if you watch a podcast and you started off in the studio and then now the studio get upgraded, it don't feel the same. Or what they got? They got a Rode microphones. I ain't gonna be able to get that. Them bitches expensive. Like you start checking off what you don't have because you don't see the parts where they like go back on my Spotify. If y'all listen to this on Spotify, go back and watch Monday, March the 31st, 2025 episode of the Wake and Bake Morning Show and see how crazy I was unraveling on that episode. It was right recently after the car incident, which was the 29th. So it was just so fresh that I just and then I had another incident that morning that kind of sent my energy in a different way, right? And I just couldn't get over it until literally I started talking about it on the show. Like I'm so regular on this show that it makes me able to just feel comfortable. Just because I'm me, I'm being me. I'm not being super extra. I ain't got on no fancy ass clothes. My hair not super nice. I did get my nails done though. You know, that was the woman thing. I mean, I did dye my hair. It's like you see me progressing slowly, but not as fast, like too fast. You know what I'm saying? Like I know one day that I'm gonna have millions of listeners, but it's like I'm slowly progressing, and it's giving me a foundation, and it's giving me chances to breathe and take in different things because my success now is way better than it was when I first started, and things have changed. It's more views coming in, more clicks, more more subscribers, and it feel good, but it's not there yet. We almost there, but we ain't up there yet. You know what I mean? But one day it's gonna be a memory. This is gonna be a memory, and I'm gonna barely be able to breathe like this ever again. You hear the quiet in my house. It's probably never gonna be like this after I make it to where I'm trying to make it, and I'm okay with that. But I do love the fact that I'm taking my time to get to where I'm trying to go. But I'm trying to show y'all every part of the fucking journey. Now I might not share every single thing with y'all on a streaming tip, but that's because I have kids and I'm a mom. If I wasn't a single mom, well, I'm not a single mom, but if my baby father wasn't locked up and he was home, I would be able to be putting more time into streaming and doing all these other things. But right now it's just me and the kids, so I don't have the availability that I would like to have to be as unfiltered as possible. But I give y'all all of the above. This show and the Wake and Bake Morning Show, all of it is unfiltered. And we don't apologize about it. Also, shout outs to myself because I finally got my LLC, Unfiltered Media. So if you have any show ideas and or you want to do like a podcast or some type of production, let's get together and brainstorm. And yeah, maybe my company can help yours. And let's see what we can do about that, guys. So sometimes I just want y'all to know, like, sometimes you got to clap for yourself in the silence because nobody hears the steps. They just see you when you arrive. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, like what Kevin Gates said, real G's move in silence, bruh. You don't see Kevin Hart really in the struggle when he going through shit. He be acting crazy sometimes when he getting tour, but to him, he's good. But he ain't really popping out on no interviews until he good. You know what I mean? Because he didn't move in silence, got his shit together, and now he popping back out or whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But silent struggles behind the dream work. You feel me? You got the mental battles, the imposter syndrome. The you got the you making this up as you go. So every day feel gassy. You feel what I'm saying? You lose people and you outgrow motherfuckers. You feel me? And then you got the sitting in a quiet room by yourself, just looking around because you just remember you do have friends, but don't nobody call you no motherfucking more. Yeah, yep. That's that's literally how it be. But I'm telling you, from example, I've cried tears, real tears after some of the biggest wins for real. Not because I wasn't really grateful, but because I was so tired to get to the end. Like spiritually and mentally and emotionally and physically exhausted. But happy that it's over. And just like happy that I didn't fail. You feel me? And sometimes failure don't mean it's the end. It just means it's the lesson that you need to learn. You failed the test. The test always before the lesson. So when you get to failure, that's just okay. Now you need to sit down and write down what the fuck is going on because this is the lesson to help you when that test come rolling back the fuck around. You feel me? Every loss teaches you something. Like when I make mistakes on the show, I know, oh, I need to do this different the next day. You feel me? It showed me like, okay, this ain't a failure. It's just showing me like, all right, I could do it better or I can do it different. So most people avoid failure, but how can you grow if you never fail? This is a world of growth. You feel me? You can't avoid growth. So how can you avoid failure? Like, wake that up. Wake that up. If you scared to flip and flop, you ain't ready to fly. Okay? Because, baby, you won't flip and flop before you fly. You won't all that before you actually get to flapping them goddamn wings. So, I'm just saying. Let me just leave y'all with this. Real G's moving silent. So move quietly. You feel me? Move quietly. And success is not really a finish line. It's just like it's like a lifestyle. It's something that you get used to doing. Just like sometimes people get used to failing and they just keep failing because they don't keep going. After they fail the first time, they just like fuck it, I give up. So they used to failing. But people that is successful, it becomes a lifestyle. It becomes a habit to be successful. You feel what I'm saying? And if you ain't ready for the long haul, if you ain't ready at all, because it gets tough, it's literally a roller coaster ride. You feel me? In real time, like then you just better just sit still in your comfort and don't even try to come over here on this upside because it's rocky. It's up and down. It get tough and it get real, and you better have some steel piece and not a piece of steel because you can't use the steel over there. Okay, you can only use the steel piece and not the piece of steel when it comes down to the. Y'all get what I'm saying? Okay, all right. Now this shit don't be for the weak. But if you listening to this, you already pulled up and you already built different. You already chosen. You already my cousin. So you just gotta keep going and keep going and keep going. You know, cousin love all of her cousins. Now, drop a comment if you've been feeling like giving up, but you just didn't. Cause we gonna give y'all a hand clap, a round of applause. Yeah, woo, woo. Yo, yeah. Thank you for not giving up. Subscribe, share with look, share with a dream chasing cousin. You got a couple cousins that think they rappers and shit like that. They need to upgrade their thinking. Share with them. You feel me? And I see y'all next Saturday. Same time, same place, all that good stuff. You feel me? And we out.
Mac Double.